my time, faster than ever, hungry and I'm going to come back and take what is mine, bigger and better. It's a new dawn, it's a new day. Some things are different, but nothing has changed. Still got my number, still got my name. Tell everybody I'm back in the game. match I couldn't handle. No one else could ever hold a candle. Get ready for a battle, cause you know
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to coverage of the Northwest Racing Series. This is the Cup Cars, and we are moving into the final weeks of racing as we also close into a battle towards the championship, the playoffs on the line, and so much more, all here coming up. Good evening. Richmond Raceway is the site of tonight. And these drivers will get ready to go for 175 laps around Richmond Raceway. It will kind of start in the day, nightfall, if you will, dusk, and then we're under the lights. It's going to be under the lights when it finishes, and we're excited. I love Richmond Raceway, 3/4-mile racetrack in the Commonwealth, virtual iRacing on LSRTV, simulcast on the Community Radio Network. And John Mustin Jr., I know you love this track as well. We're going to see some good old slamming, bamming, short track virtual racing tonight.
Oh, sorry. What? I'm kidding. Yes, sir. Gonna be a great race tonight.
I don't understand that. What was that about? Are you trying to recover from Michigan or something?
I'm tired. I'm too old for this.
Hey,
this
now,
is gonna be
John,
fun, man.
There's
this is gonna
people
be fun.
that are fighting for your #1 spot working with me, okay? And I find it sweet. I thought it was nice seeing you fight over me.
Wait, what? I did?
Yeah. You, in the chat box in our broadcast messenger, you told them no, you can't have him. He's mine.
Yeah,
He's my guy.
I did. I'm beginning to wonder why. I'm not entirely sure I was in my right mind there. Hey, we got qualifying on track right now, Wesley, on this awesome 3/4 mile D-shaped oval here at Richmond International Raceway. It's awesome, man. I love this track like you do. Some great races here over the years, both in sim and in real life. And tonight we're going to do it for the Northwest guys. And I get goosebumps thinking about the playoff potential implications.
That'll be fun. And by the way, in the Sim 500 that just wrapped up a moment ago from Richmond here, they're locking in 20 to the playoffs.
No, they were at Michigan, sir.
At Michigan, I'm sorry. Here tonight at Richmond for these cars, for Northwest competition, John, they're only locking in the top 12. 12 drivers are going to the playoffs. That's it.
And then the rest of them are going to go home and probably smash some dishes or something.
I don't know about all that, but I mean, they have a chance to have a race within a race, But anyhow, Lake Peterson, we mentioned Falkenham and Sim 500 previous race. Same thing can be said for Northwest Racing Series Cup this year. 8 wins, 7 poles with his 11 top 5s, 14 top 10s, and all of his 16 starts tonight. He has been the dominator. He, though, has a 17-point lead over Cole Raz, who's also the second highest winner on the series. Only fitting, John, that you got Lake Peterson and Cole Raz right there with one another.
Oh, absolutely. And look at the qualifying times those two have just laid down. We saw a close qualifying time the last race we just called. Look at this one. 22-17 for Cole Raz, 22-19 for Lake Peterson in that 9 car.
Yeah, and right there at 2/100ths of a second, right off of the pole there for both of them, 22-17, 22-19. Dan West Jr. qualifying underway. The lineup will be set, and we go racing coming up here for 175 laps around Richmond Raceway. I am Wesley Outland. We do have Mr. John Mustian Jr. alongside. My son Nathan is also along here hanging out with me before the start of school again. Nathan, you like short track racing, so Richmond's going to be fun, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Richmond's going to be fun.
All right, so we'll let you see the cars here in a little bit, and then I'll let you pick who you think's going to win the race.
All right.
And I got one for you.
What?
24.
Who's that?
Jeff Stabnow. Okay.
That would be your dad's boss.
That would be my boss, actually. Yes, I do. That would be.
Well,
Thank
just
you,
for
John.
that, we're not.
Hey,
One.
Nathan, I need you to reach up and wipe that brown spot off your dad's nose for me.
Wow. Are you serious? You might need to go to bed. Somebody's cranky hanky, man. What in the world? Anyhow, we mentioned the drivers in the points, and we have Peterson, Raz, 1 and 2. Barnes is 54 back in third. West, Anderson, Brightsman. I would say, honestly, John, if you're in the top 10 right now, I would say you're comfortable. You know you're going to the playoffs. But it's just like we said in Sim 500. There is only one spot left. Ryan Bloom is on the bubble, 15 back. 8 behind him is Toby Ritters. Anything happens to Bloom, Toby Ritters, as we've seen how impressive he's been the last couple of races, he can sneak in there and take that spot away like candy from a baby in August and not even on Halloween night. Trick or treat.
Yeah, and speaking of Bloom, qualified 5th so far with just a couple minutes left in qualifying. And so far, Ritters hasn't even put down a lap.
Not even a lap being put down yet by him. So he's looking really good and really strong. All this happening here. Cole Raz, by the way, 22-17. Right now, the fast man here. Round 21 tonight at Richmond, as we mentioned. John did. You know, as we mentioned, tonight's race at Richmond. Next weekend, obviously, we're going to Darlington in 2 weeks. Watkins Glen next week. And then, you know, honestly, John, I know that Darlington is the kickoff for the Real Cup Series playoffs. It is our final race before, you know, Daytona, per se. Daytona, they're not running Daytona. They're going to run Darlington, which is the final race of the regular season before the Labor Day break, and then we move into the playoffs. And I'll be honest with you, John. I will be honest with you. Man, that
Will you be honest with me, Wesley?
That track at Darlington, I think, could offer the same type of excitement that I think Daytona normally does as a firecracker.
Oh, yeah. As an unknown, as a possible playoff changing race, Darlington has absolutely all the potential that Daytona would. I mean, it's Darlington, brother. The weird egg shape of that track, plus the fact that the fast way around it is about 6 inches off the wall. Oh, absolutely. Absolutely.
So the stage is set as right now there looks like there is all qualifying completed. Once they finally get the all clear that nobody wants to take time. Actually, it looks like Troy Daggett's on course now. So they're trying to see if Troy Daggett will take his qualifying lap. But once all that officially wraps up there, the clock will strike 0 on the scoring ticker. And before we do so, let's give you your weather conditions. Bottom right of the monitor, weather, Richmond, Saturday night, Monday night for us. 78 degrees air temp, 79 degrees track temp. John, that is a really big difference to what we saw at Michigan in the Sim 500 earlier.
Yeah, that's like a 30, 40 degree difference right there. This track's going to be cool and grippy. It's going to be grippy. It's going to grip those tires.
What'd you say?
It's going to grip the tires.
It's going to grip the tires. Okay.
Yes.
Right. Oh, there you go. I thought for a second RuPaul was working with me. Mostly cloudy skies as nightfall is settling in here for this race under the lights. And I will say this, though, as well, John. This track
got a really
is
strong grip.
Three quarters of a mile. It races. It's a short track. It is. But sometimes you could see pack racing. You could see drafting like super speedway style on this race course. Yeah.
Well, that and with this next gen car, Wesley, there just seems to be multiple grooves for passing. Now I don't think I've seen a race here since the new package came out a few months back. But from what I've heard, yeah, it's going to be, there's going to be guys that are going to be better up top and maintaining their speed and momentum coming off exit. Now, a place that we're going to have to watch out for tonight is the exit of turn 2. For whatever reason here at Richmond, it doesn't really narrow up, but it feels like it as you come off the turn that the outside wall comes in at you. So we'll watch and see how those guys handle that tonight. But yeah, it's going to be a great race. Lots of opportunities for passing and overtaking cars here, and should be fun.
Going to be a fun time. Hey, by the way, don't forget, make your plans for not only tonight's race, but yes, the Northwest Racing Series is back Thursday night for the trucks. And John, getting ready for the Majors Series. It's been a while since we covered some dirt racing for iRacing on LSRTV. We are covering the Major Series presented by Majors Garage, American Sportsman, on the dirt with the big block modified super dirt cars at Weed Sports Speedway in New York. That'll be fun this Sunday night.
Nice.
Yes, sir.
I love that shot. Look at the sun shining down into the eyes of these drivers as they go through turn 3. That's going to be so much fun to deal with for the first few laps.
For a second there, I thought my peripheral vision was going away because of the glare of the sun as well. Let's give you your starting lineup here at Richmond. On the pole, Cole Raz in the number 10. Lake Peterson in number 9, row number 1. Row 2, we'll find Dan West Jr., 2-time Truck Series champion. Chris White, defending Cup Series champion, row 2 of 4th. Row number 3, Ryan Bloom, the 2021 ARCA Northwest champion at 25. And Robert Gamble, could tonight be the night for him to get a Cup win? He's looked strong in the trucks. He'll start 6th. Row number 4, Casey Garber, the 94. And to the outside, the 2020 Series champion, Sean Breitzman in 46. Row number 5, your top 10, Ryan Reynolds and Nathan's pick, right? No, you're not picking 24? Jeff Stabnow. He'll start 10th in the 24.
Inside row 6, Jason Ledbetter out there in that 36 car. To his outside, Kevin Smith in 00. That'll be my pick tonight. Inside row 7, James Vining in the 333. To his outside, Aaron Psychopath Cooper in the 71 car. Inside row 8, Troy Daggett, the 99. Big chuckle right there. Stephen O'Hare, the 41, to his outside. Inside row 9, we've got Chris Kamir in the 15. To his outside, the New York Yankees fan of Brett Johnson in that 7 car. Rounding out your top 20, inside row 10 is going to be Devin West in the 5. To his outside, Carl Burke in the 53.
Row number 11, we'll find John Ottenbacher, also from Billings, Montana, in the 89. Justin Yee, so close for a truck win last week at Michigan. He'll start 22nd. Row number 12, we'll find Stephen Paulison in the 58. And Yakima, Washington's Caden Anderson, Super Friends, in the number 24 starting spot. Row 13, Brian Barnes in the number 4. B.J. Tindrick on the outside in 72. Has not won since Darlington in 2020. Toby Ritters, we mentioned him, the wild card on the outside looking in on Bloom. He'll make row 14 along with Frank Harris. And to round out your top 30, Ron Hunter and Chad Malik, the 22 and 06. That is the lineup. Boy, I'll tell you what, John, this is an old-fashioned Saturday night short track race, if you will, man. 30 cars, a shootout. 175 laps is not a lot of laps, by the way. This will be a sprint. The only question is, will it be filled with cautions or filled with green flag runs or both?
Well, if it's caution-free, it's going to take about an hour to get this over with. If it's not caution-free, well, we'll probably just see the sun come up.
Not necessarily. There is a time limit.
I know. I was being facetious, sir.
Gotcha. All right, well. All the while, this all going down. Lights off on the pace car. They get an extra lap, by the way, for short track racing before they turn them loose. Nathan, what are you thinking?
24.
You're going with a 24. He's going with Jeff Stabnow to win the race, John.
Mm-hmm.
Hey. All right.
All right.
Here we go. It's Raz and Peterson on the front row, the pace car, working into turn number 3 and 4. 3/4 of a mile racetrack, short track racing for 175 laps. Round 21. 3 races left in the playoffs, and we're green at Richmond.
Clean and green, as they say, down into turn 1. You got Raz taking that spot. Well, not taking it, keeping the lead from Peterson in the 9. But look at this on the outside, the 6 car making a challenge, trying to take third away from Dan West Sr. Dan West Jr. I'll wake up
their way
eventually.
in, ladies and gentlemen. You have a virtual race. We're underway here at Richmond. And already Cole Raz to the early lead. Peterson, their drivers are 1 and 2 all year long in the points. Most wins by both drivers, 8 for Peterson, 4 for Raz. And right now, those are 1 and 2 on the racetrack. If you flip-flop their position on the racetrack, they're 1st and 2nd. Look at now Gamble up the hill. Open up the door to Garber and Smith as they go back to turn number 1.
Garber down there on the inside. Smith on the inside. Is that 54? Gamble. My apologies. I don't know where I got that car number from. Smith looking to take away the spot from the 54 car down on the inside. That's where you're going to pass for most part for the early part of this race. But as the race goes on, you'll see some guys making the outside line work a little bit better lap by lap.
All of this going on as they work their way turn 2 to the back straightaway. Opening laps here, lap 4 of 175. Gamble up the racetrack. And I'll tell you this as well. We got a caution on the speedway. Yellow flag is out. Couple of laps into this race. Actually a handful here coming up next time around. And the yellow flag for the first time. Awesome work as always by Charles Wooten, our producer director in the Rocket Media Live Sim Racing TV production truck. And here is what happened to put us under yellow flag, John.
Yeah, we're looking right now at the, who is that, 89, excuse me. Oh, right in front of him, the 41 got out of shape coming off of 2. I talked about that on the backstretch there. And, I mean, this isn't a big wide track like what we had at Michigan, which we just saw a race earlier tonight. This is a very narrow exit on corner, and when you get a guy out of shape like that, it looks like the 4 got some engine damage from that. So he's going to have to use that fast repair, Wesley, to get his car fixed and back on track.
All of this happening with the yellow flag out. Lap 6 of 175 here in the early going. John, do you pit? I don't think it's too early. I think it's too early right now to pit, right? What do you think?
Oh, yeah, it's too early to pit. I mean, it's only, what, lap 6? Yeah, they're going to want to stay out for a little while. Now, I mean, the guys that got damaged are going to want to pit. They're already in the back anyway, so they're going to get the damage fixed. The 41, he might let change tires because of the sliding he did is going to affect the grip on those tires. It's going to wear them out, and bald spot them, and all that good stuff. The 4, I thought I had engine trouble, but he stopped smoking, so maybe he's okay.
There you go. All right.
That or the engine died, but he still seems to be underpowered. So
we're in the early going of this race anyway, so it's still a good amount of racing here for sure to go. Lights still on in this event. Of course, 175 laps the distance. The trucks will be here on Thursday, and they're going to go 200 laps. And obviously, John, we talk about the series, fixed setup, open setup as well. The Cup cars, next-gen cars, different than the trucks. There's so many things that make this race tonight different than what we'll see Thursday for sure.
Oh, yeah, different track. I mean, not different track, but different chassis, altogether different vehicle. You got 5 gears on this one, by the way. You know, so they can actually downshift if they need to going through the current hill turn. Talk about fuel mileage real quick. We're looking at probably around 115 laps or so, I think, on fuel. Tire fall off isn't too bad. Looking at about a little under a second or so. A little over a second, excuse me. I'm sorry, Wesley. I'm trying to wake up, brother.
It's all good, brother. The lights are off on the pace car, and we're getting ready to come back to the green flag for sure. As we'll get ready to settle them in here with now Raz Peterson on the front row, West Jr. along with the number 6 to the outside of defending series champion White. Green flag back in the air. We're back to it again here at Richmond.
Back to green flag racing here, and once again, Raz gets out to a nice little start, excuse me. He's got Dan West Jr. trying to keep that same. We got a car out of shape already. trying to save it all the way down the backstretch. Wow.
White's car in trouble. Bonsai from the penthouse to the outhouse, all the way to the back of the top 25. Problems for the number 6 machine. Wow.
Got the green, though.
No green. We still stay green. You're exactly right. One of those new wrap jobs on that car number 6 there of Chris White there.
I was just about to ask you that. That car looks different, right?
Oh yeah, it's like the 3rd or 4th week in a row he's changed up his car.
I'll tell you, he was literally saving that car all the way down the backstretch into turn 3. That's an amazing job of driving right there. Right there, 25 just got in the wall. Did you catch that?
Ryan Bloom, and if you remember, Ryan Bloom is somebody that we mentioned that we're going to have to keep an eye on as well, John, in this race, because implications on the line between Bloom and Ritters for the 12th transfer spot to the playoffs.
Yeah, and even though there's still a couple races left, I mean, every point matters, especially with Darlington looming over the horizon there, Wesley, as you just touched on not too long ago. That's going to be a wild card type of race for these guys.
Oh, hands down, but no doubt about it. When it comes down to that race, it's something we're going to definitely have to watch for sure as we close in here. Justin Prince normally joins us on Monday night. He is on a leave of absence for the last couple of weeks, so hopefully we'll get him back to return very, very soon. And right now, it is Cole Raz, the man that's leading the way, and always love and enjoy recently working with John. We do Sim 500. We've recently just started doing the Northwest Cup and Truck Series. Samuel back with us again on Thursday night, filling in because, John, it was stormy in North Carolina Thursday night, brother. Wow.
Yes, sir. You were having some issues with Mother Nature, man. What did you do out there to make her so angry?
I made Mother Nature mad. I was going to say something else in regards to the P word, but I'm not going to do it.
Spicy.
Yeah, she's spicy.
Caution on track.
Oh, my goodness. Caliente. Fuego. Yellow flag.
It's going to be Chris Camille in the 15 car.
Chris Camary going around to the 15, second yellow flag of the race. Let's find out what happened here.
Take a wild guess.
Camary spun, right? Yeah.
Poink. I told you, man, turn 2 exit. The car gets so loose right there, you don't have any time to save it. So when you feel the car start to step out, Wesley, your instinct is to get away from that wall, and it doesn't. Oh wow, he spun twice.
And why is that now, John? Why is the instinct to get away from the wall?
Because you don't want to hit it.
Yeah, I just wanted to see how awake you were.
Oh, okay. It's an inanimate object, and it hurts when you hit it.
That's right. Well, better stay away from that wall there, Dale. Nathan, you still going with 24?
Yes.
You are? Jeff Stab now? Okay. He's right now not doing good.
Did you jinx him too? Yes, you did.
He's all the way in 25th.
Yeah, he's down 15 spots. Way to go, Wesley.
I didn't do anything.
I'm changing my answer. I'm going with the blue and white car right there.
You're going with the 55?
Yep.
Dan West Jr. Hey, John. Suffice to say, Dan West Jr.'s got a pretty good over-under average here at Richmond, winning in Cup and Truck.
Yeah, that's what I've heard, man. That looks like he's got this little D-shaped oval in his pocket, as you will. I'll tell you, some of the best races I've been to in real life were at Richmond. I got to see, of course, the Cup cars in the mid-90s. From me?
That was mine. I'm sorry.
Okay. As I say, I've been to a few of them in the mid '90s back then, but also when I was living up there, they had a late model stock car race that threw every year. I think it was called the Food City 300. It might have been the U-Crops 300. I can't remember, but a lot of the local guys from Langley Speedway, Southside Speedway, places like that would come out, and they'd have this huge event. It was awesome to watch, man. One year, this guy, I don't remember who the driver was. I just remember that he drove I think it was like a lime green car. And anyway, coming off of 2, he got loose, tapped the wall. When he came off the wall, he bounced off another car, barrel rolled in midair. And by the time he landed on all 4 tires, his entire body had been stripped off the roll cage. So he was driving around the track in just basically a roll cage on tires.
Wow.
That was nuts.
My goodness.
Because as you know, those late model stock cars aren't built like these guys. Those bodies are very easy to peel off of that roll cage.
Oh, yeah, fiberglass, man. I mean, literally fiberglass and cheap plastic, if you mind.
And
you
little
no
fasteners.
Disrespect. You slam the wall and hit it right. It's going to tear the whole thing apart. And you're exactly right. That's what you end up with here. So we're going to come back to a restart. Still a lot of racing left to go here at Richmond Raceway. The field coming back to the Geico restart zone. It'll be lap number 19 completed. Raz on the inside, Peterson outside. Front row pulls away, and away we go back to 1.
Back down to 1, the 9 car right there. Peterson on the bumper of Raz in that 10. Not quite the start Raz has got the last couple of restarts, man. But still a really good lead right there going down to
turn number 3 and 4.
Yeah, sorry, my speed keeps clocking up, man. I don't know.
Coming back to start finish, it's Peterson now, the number 2 spot, trying to keep the number 55 of Dan West Jr. at bay in the back of the top 3 on the podium. And all the while, Raz clean air in front of him as the wiggle happened to Westgar in 55. Ryan Bloom doing what he needs to do to at least stay in the Dirty Dozen to go to the playoffs. He sits in 4th. Garber behind him, top 5, back to 1.
Back down to 1. I've got my visual issues fixed. Glad to be back. Hey, down into turn 1, exiting right here to turn 2, watch how quick that wall comes to meet him. See how fast that is? So when you get out of shape right there, that's just the worst place in the world to get out of shape. Whereas coming off the 4 right here, if you get out of shape, you got a big wide turn to try and save that car all the way down the front stretch if you can, which is why I've actually been defeated several times by this track. Me and really Richmond and I just don't get along. I love going to watch, but racing here is not fun for me.
But racing here is not fun for you, huh? Virtual?
No.
It's never a fun time. I heard that. Well, all the while, this race continues. They work their way back out of turn number 4 at that Geico restart zone, back to speed across the start-finish line. Into turn number 1, there's Ritter's car, the 23. Hunter behind him, Johnson as well. This is going on for 20th, 21st, 22nd in the middle of the pack, if you will, going to turn 3.
Middle of the pack, indeed. A lot of action back here. Ritter's is kind of slowly clawing his way up to the field. He's up 7 spots right now, like you said, up to 20th. He didn't even qualify. Didn't even put a qualifying lap down, so he started back there in the back. Kind of playing it safe, I guess. Maybe Wesley trying to stay out of trouble so he gets as max points as he can tonight.
Play possum, my friend. Play possum.
That's it. Hey, you know what? You know what an opossum is, right? So, do you know what an armadillo is?
A shell possum.
It's an up-armored attack possum.
Well, there you go. Okay.
I know that was a flat joke. I'm sorry. To us military guys, that's hilarious.
Was that funny, Nathan? You laughed. Yes. You caught that before I did. He caught it before I did. I give him credit.
That's an attack possum. Yes. I like Toby's cars, man. He's got that Budweiser hood logo on there, that beautiful red paint scheme. He's got the same one for his truck.
It is like beer cars. You like the Budweiser car for Ritters. You like the 06 car, Silver Bullet for Daly.
I'm a beer guy. I'm a beer guy, man. I can't help it, you know. I like beer. Ice cold, refreshing beer. As a matter of fact, I'll be right back.
Wait.
I'm kidding.
All right, so
I'm not going anywhere, Cody.
Drinking on the job is now allowed. Oh, we got Stone Cold Steve Austin here, like John.
Hey, wait. Be glad you didn't race with me. You know, a few years back, I was known as the guy that had one of those hats that holds beer cans with the straws that come off of it.
Are you serious?
And I would wear that bad boy while I'm driving in the race.
Oh yeah. My God. Oh, that's funny.
29 laps down of 175, Wesley, and it looks like things are calming down out there on track now. These guys have kind of settled in to a nice rhythm, and really that's what Richmond is. It's definitely a rhythm track. And speaking personally, if you can get a good green flag run, it's really better for you. It helps you get that rhythm down. It helps you figure out where your best places are to get off the throttle and ease back into it. How much, brake pedal to give it as we go through this. And that's another thing I want to bring up. Brakes could come into play here You know, you can use the brake bias to help that car turn down into the turn if you find it just a little too loose, which most fixed setups are. So, you know, just a little thing to keep in mind there. As we ride along here with Blake Peterson looking forward at the number 10 car of Cole Raz out of his windshield there. Cole, not really much of a sponsor this week. What's going on with that?
He's got the monkey wrench, I think, on the front of the car. He's got to have a sponsor. There's a sponsor on the car and on the side. It's just it's a very bland red and black color, if you will. Very sharp looking color, but just, yeah. Right now, back straightaway, 30 laps in, over 30 laps completed now in this event with Cole Raz leading, Blake Peterson second, Dan West Jr. third as they work off turn 4 along with Bloom and Garber top 5, and all the way to the top of the wall. You hear that? You hear the chip. They call it the chip, John.
I was just about to say that. Yes.
Yes, sir.
He's not.
You know what that's
at
for,
all.
right?
Yeah.
That chip. They call it the chip. The ignition keeps the engine from blowing.
It's called a rev limiter. Yeah,
rev limiter. It's the engine rev limiter. The chip makes the car go that ning, 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 ning.
Which is interesting because, like I said, there's a 5th year on these cars, but I don't think anybody in the field is actually using it.
Back straightaway. Ooh, look at the sun there for a second. Little blind spot there in the grandstands, the 3 and 4 for the view of the drivers on the back straightaway there, John.
Yeah, but as you touched on, as we go through this race and that sun starts to set, it'll ease off a little bit, make it a little bit easier for them to see. But you know what else that's going to do, Wesley? It's going to cool this track off and give them just a little bit more grip as we go.
Oh, yeah, without a doubt, sir. You're exactly right. All of this happening here.
You know what else I loved about Richmond?
What?
The concession stand.
Oh, yes. Oh, yes.
Do you remember those soft pretzels they used to serve?
The soft
pretzels.
I was talking with somebody yesterday about the pretzels because they're so they're so good. They are delicious. Yes, sir.
Oh,
yeah, if you ever get a chance to go to Richmond.
Hot dogs. The hot dogs.
It's a battle between Richmond and Martinsville when it comes to the hot dog.
And see, I'm a Richmond guy. Oh, look at that Yuengling car. Yeah.
That's Tidrick. And you want to talk about a driver that's hungry to get back to victory lane soon, John?
Yes, sir.
Is BJ Tidrick. He wants to get off of this slump.
And right now, he's got his work cut out for him. I mean, BJ started back there in 26, 27, somewhere in that neighborhood. He's climbed up about 11 spots now in 15th. But it's so hard, really, to get into the rhythm that we talked about when you're that far back in the field, because you're trying to pass guys like right here on the outside. Try to pass guys on the inside, and hey, nobody's going to give it to you. You're going to have to fight for it. So it's really hard to get that rhythm built up when you're battling for spots like he is.
That is Brightsman on the inside, the all-time winner of the Northwest Racing Series competition for Cup and Truck. In that Toyota car, originally from Puyallup, Washington, now residing from Tucson, Arizona, the land of cactus. 2020 Series champion. He is off the pace, and why? We have a yellow flag.
Yeah, somebody got out of shape in front of him. Still sitting up. Whoa!
Hayden Anderson got into him. In front of him. Hayden Anderson in the wrong direction. He's got the front nose into the safer wall barrier, or at least pointing towards it. And the caution
his front
is
left
out.
Tire is locked up.
Wow, here's your replay. This is what happened. This is Garber and Anderson alongside each other. And I gotta wonder if Garber, wow.
Oh, wow.
Oh my goodness, he just lost it, John.
And he was right back up in front of everybody. Oh, and Smith.
Wow.
You look at that left front tire locked up on this car. It don't want to move.
Nowhere to go. And that's that new damage model, John, that you talked about. Look at the lock up the front, the left front. It's hard to make it spin. And then you got the spindle and the valence under the car, and we got pit stops 40 laps into this race. I can't believe it.
I'm getting a report now from the pits. Caden Anderson said he had a throttle stuck on that one.
Wow.
He was complaining about that in practice as well.
I was going to say, John, what could make a throttle hang like that?
Now I'm going to say, as far as sim racing goes, that's usually a bad input cable. Probably got a piece of dirt in it or something like that. In real life, they used to have that problem. I mean, that was actually the issue that got a couple of drivers, Adam Petty and Kenny Irwin Jr., killed back in 2000.
Oh yeah, Michigan and New Hampshire. Yeah.
Yeah, they had a real bad issue with stuck throttles, and since then, safety innovations have come a long way. It's not something we see very often in NASCAR now, but believe it or not, your local tracks still an issue because the way the linkages run up to the firewall on these things, sometimes the actual linkage on the carburetor will catch on either the firewall or the air cleaner top. And when that happens, man, it's a heart-wrenching feeling when you go to get off the throttle on the brake, but your throttle is still screaming and your car ain't slowing down.
Well, listen, we're under the yellow flag. We're also at the top of the stroke of midnight Eastern time. We will pause for 10 seconds of network identification. This is the Northwest Racing Series Cup from Richmond. iRacing on LSRTV and on the Community Radio Network.
Community Radio Network, WCRN 87.9 FM, Clayton, Garner, Raleigh, North Carolina, USA. We are CRN.
Welcome back to Richmond International, Richmond Raceway. Hello, it's not international anymore. Richmond Raceway, John Mushin Jr. I am Wesley Outland. And hey, Bug Eyes, you called, what'd you say? Psychotic guy?
Psychopath.
71? Psychopath Cooper. I can't believe you called him that. I called him Bug Eyes. Anyhow, we're back underway. Aaron Cooper, John, gonna lead some laps like he did last week at Michigan. He leads here at Richmond on the restart on lap 43.
Great start by Cooper on the 71 there. Now, I want to see how these guys are going to do against everybody that pitted behind them. Right now, Cooper, Ritters, and Barnes are the three that stayed out, did not pit. They've only got 44 laps on these tires. However, I think that's going to be an issue. As we see right now, the 9 all over the back door of Barnes. I really thought he was going to turn him right there. Trying to get by him now. Barnes still put up a fight there. Slides up in front of, who is that? Garber in the 94 car. Oh, car out of shape. Car on the wall. Dan West Jr.
Nathan's pick, Dan West Jr., and all the while, no caution, and here comes Clifford. Ritter's on the outside to the lead. Peterson battles back on the bottom. And while that goes on, Briar Reynolds has got a Hornets patch nest behind him going into turn number 2.
I'll tell you what, the 71 and the 4 falling like bricks right now. That staying out did not work for anybody there at all. Those guys have all been shuffled out of the way, all the way to the back, it looks like. How about Dan West Jr., though? I wonder what kind of damage that gave him. He hit that wall. It looked like pretty hard.
Is that interesting, though, or amazing, though, that so fast, in less than 40 laps, your tires fall that fast to everyone else? Caution's out, I believe. Barnes might be collected, and Devin West might be involved as well. Caution is out here.
This one got a lot of cars. This one got a lot of cars.
Big wreck is what we're being told. And we will find it. If there's a story, Charles will find it here. And there's the car I just mentioned, Devin West. Oh, my. Oh, yeah, there's the contact. Hey, by the way, John, there's that snakes patch I was telling you about.
Oh. And I feel bad for Devin West in that 5 car. That had nothing to do with him. He was just in the wrong place at the wrong time.
Heartbreaking. Obviously, John, if you are those cars that just got passed like a rag doll on the restart, you know you're coming to the pits right now.
Oh, absolutely. Now that you know that that's just not going to work, you're definitely going to come in, get some tires, get this thing ready to go back out on track. 71 of Cooper was involved in that wreck too, by the way. Just giving you another lineup of who was involved in that accident. Let's see, the number 1 car, the 36 car was also involved. Jaden Ledbetter. My goodness.
Well, Nathan, there went your pick. Dan West Jr. caught up in an accident. Good Lord. He's still going to pick him. They get a fast from here.
I don't know.
You don't know? All right. Well, by halfway, you can change your mind.
All right.
After halfway, all bets are in. John, who you riding with tonight?
I tell you, my pick was Kevin Smith, and he's already gone. He's out. Not out. But he got wrecked, remember?
Well, I told you my pick. I said to keep an eye on probably Jeff Stabnow. He's up to 8th. I am not changing my bet. I really, John, if you look at the stats on Richmond, but regardless of him not getting a lot of seat time for practice and qualifying to prepare for tonight, Jeff Stabnow is really good at this racetrack.
Oh, yeah? What's his record?
Well, I mean, when we get another green flag run, I'll pull up his stats. But, I mean, he's won here. He's done good in Cup.
I'm not saying I doubt you, brother. I just don't have access to the stats, so I don't know anything.
I got you. Yeah, well, I'm just – when the next green flag run we get and I can pull it up, I will give you that information because he's had success here. And that's why I said he's going to be my pick to win this. There's just some places you go to, John, where literally, okay, you might not get a lot of seat time, a lot of practice, and obviously I'm not saying that you don't need to practice. Practice makes perfect, people, okay? But there's some places you go to, as we get ready to come to green, virtual reality, you just get it. You just know it. And as soon as you get behind the wheel, you can get it done. And I think that's exactly what Jeff Stabnow can do.
Well, Dover's a track like that for me, man. Here we go. Green flag is out. 9 car out to a great start right there. He's got Raz on his back door. Bloom up there at the outside. Down the inside. Can't see quite who that is.
And by the way, Jeff Stabnow coming off of a 4th place finish last week. John, if you remember, we had 4 LSRTV CRN teammates right there, 1 through 4, when the race finished at Michigan last week.
Oh, Bloom got a little bit of a wash up right there.
Peterson, the leader. Raz in 2nd. Go figure, 1 and 2. You know, you hear the term the big 3. You hear it in the Cup Series a lot. And as we approach 50 laps into this run, and we are also, 3 races away till the playoffs again, John, no doubt, the big 3, in my opinion, has got to be Lake Peterson. It's got to be Cole Raz, but I can't figure out for the death of me who should be 3rd. Is it Caden Anderson? Is it Dan West Jr.? Is it Kevin Smith? They've all done well. Trouble back.
Oh, another right in the back.
Tendrick just got turned. Tendrick, Onenbacher, get together off the top right of the screen. No caution. There it is. Yellow flag. I just caught a glimpse of it there on the top right of the monitor when Tendrick's Yingling car went around. Contact there with Onenbacher. And here's the caution. Wow.
It happens in a heartbeat here.
Or could it have been Carl
really
Burke?
Fast.
It might have been Carl Burke. I was thinking Tendrick. I could be wrong. I know Onenbacher was involved. Oh, there's contact. Oh, it was the 06 hard. In my defense, John, that looks like Tendrick's Yingling car from away.
It does, especially in the lighting.
And that was the driver of the 06 of Chad Malik. The Malik and Onenbacher get together. Well,
did we lose Wesley?
no, sir, I'm still here.
Okay, you might cut out just a little bit there until
I said 1 out of 2 ain't bad, is what I just said.
Yeah. Well, so far, I have not been wrong. Turn 2 has been our action spot where, unfortunately, all the craziness is going on. Chris Malik has retired from the race.
Well, well, well. Another yellow flag. And we will reset and go again. 57 of 175 laps. Here's something to think about, but they're coming up on halfway. What is it, lap 86, 87? We're halfway in this race, about 30 laps.
If we could get a nice, long green flag running, this thing will go pretty quick.
Let's take a look at the over-under so far of yellow flags, bottom left of the monitor. keep up with everything. 5 cautions and 56 laps. 18 under yellow. 2 lead changes so far. And if I remember correctly, John, those happened during a sequence of caution flag pit stops.
Yes. I wholeheartedly agree with you, sir.
Thank you. It's better to agree than to disagree.
Excuse me, sir. Do you have any Grey Poupon?
I knew that was coming. Why did I literally? Some people like Whataburger. Some people like Grey Poupon.
Hey, I like both. You ever had? Try it. Trust me. Put some Poupon on your Whataburger. You're gonna like it.
Put some Poupon on your Whataburger. Nathan, do you know what Grey Poupon is?
No.
Okay, so it's like a mayonnaise mustard.
It's a Dijon mustard.
Is
it like that white pinkish looking mustard?
No, that's at the Chinese restaurants. That's a totally different thing. They call that white sauce, yum yum sauce.
That was like a pinkish color.
Yeah, that's a different world, which is also good.
Oh, you should introduce him to wasabi.
Ah.
Just give him a big old chunk. Give him a big old chunk of that.
There you go. That might be pretty good to get, actually. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we're ready to come back for the restart. Lights are off on the pace car. Peterson is kind of playing mind games with the pace car. Did you get penalized for that, John?
No. Well, if you pass it and don't give it back immediately, yeah.
Gotcha. I'm about to say.
I like to do that too. I like to ride right up inside the pace car. It's pretty fun.
Wow. Well, we're getting ready to come back to the restart, and it's lap number 59. Working lap 60. Green flag back in the air. Wow, Bloom, what happened? He just fell away. Okay, he's got it back up going again. Maybe he wasn't in gear. Maybe he missed the gear.
I think maybe he missed a shift. But boy, that was crazy because the entire inside line had to check up for him, which kind of spreads out our top 6 or 7 cars there and kind of makes things a little bit easier for those guys up front just to kind of peel away there.
Through turn 1, back past start finish. Peterson is the man leading. Raz in second, and to be honest with you, it's been 1-2, 1-2 all night, with the exception of when Aaron Cooper had led a lap or so. He also Ritter's, but they only count laps completed at the start-finish line. That's not done yet, John. They're back into turn number 1. Here comes a battle for the lead. Yee and Bloom and Garber now with a battle in the top 2.
Yee, Bloom, Garber up there battling it out. Raz is seeing all this in his back window through his mirror. Peterson, on the other hand, he's checked out. He's got himself almost a half a second lead here. And like I said, these guys are kind of single file now, so that's what we need to do: get single file, get some laps in our belt. You know, try and get the rhythm down that we were talking about earlier. Because if you look at this now, they're single file pretty much all the way back to what, 12th, 13th.
Lap 63 of 175 as it stands right now. All of this happening. Peterson out in front, Raz in second, Yee the third. Bloom, Garber, top 5. It is Gamble, Tidrick, Reynolds, Stabnow, Vining, top 10. Nathan, you're taking the opening 60 laps, young man.
Is that Sandwich Jr.?
Caution's out.
And the yellow flag is out. Caution waves. And this time, I'm really not sure who it is. Normally, John, if you're fast enough, you can check the scoring pylon, and you can see who's free falling, as you will. Somebody says, yay, food talk. Time for dessert.
Looks like he might have a little help here, maybe. From the 89. Yeah, hello. How you doing?
Ottenbacher into
What was that?
Boy, O'Hare got lucky getting through there. Look at that. Wow, what a save.
Bruh, I'd be, if I'm the 58, I'm having a little question mark. What was that all about, buddy?
Why did you hit me? I thought we were friends.
Right? I mean, was that absolutely necessary? And I'm watching this replay from a different angle. to see if maybe he got loose. It doesn't look like Paulson got loose at all. He just got excused, I guess you can say.
Yes. Yes, sir.
That wasn't very nice.
Well, I mean, you know, things happen.
Good news is he didn't hit anything. Substantial hit, I should say. I mean, he did hit the wall, but not very hard. He just kind of kissed it a little bit there. He said, "Smooch, how you doing?" He's down on pit road taking himself 4 tires.
Well, obviously, are we going to see those cars? Well, that answers my question. I don't see anybody in the front coming to the pits. I mean, they pitted, what, 20 laps ago, maybe? Less?
We had a few takers on pit road. Not many from the top 3 or 4. 5th place pitted. He came out. So Yee pitted, Gamble pitted, looks like Brian Barnes pitted, Vining pitted, Dan West Jr. was on pit road one more time. I'm sorry, no, he wasn't. Stephen Paulson, the guy that was involved in that incident, was on pit road.
Oh, we'll try this again. As the laps are closing in 10 or so to halfway. So, yeah.
19.
Am I wrong? 19 to go?
And now it's 18 to go. To halfway. You see those shadows starting to show up on track from the track lighting turning on. I love how iRacing did this. I mean, they did such an outstanding job with the transition from day to night, from cloudy to clear. It all looks so good now.
Yeah, it definitely does. And that's an awesome transition to see. And when you go to a real race at Richmond, you see that. You see that transition like that.
Oh, yeah, definitely.
I've always said, as many times as I've gone to Richmond, that is probably one of the most nicest, well-lit facilities in NASCAR. Not just for short track racing, but just in a facility in general. Yeah,
absolutely. Absolutely. And really, I mean, there's no bad seats there at all.
No. No, sir, there is not.
As you see from this shot right here, I mean, most of these seats are elevated up high enough where you get to see most of the track, most of the action on track. And I mean, every year that I went there, we were actually up in turns 1 and 2, about halfway up. It was great seating. It really was. One year though, I was right down by the flag stand, right across from Jeff Gordon's pit box, and that was awesome. Here we go again, bud.
Well, time to go back at it. It is 70 laps completed now, closing in halfway, and also 100 remaining. Peterson, Raz, Garber, look at now Raz coming after Peterson for that spot. This is happening as they work their way out of turn number 4. Lake Peterson with the lead.
Peterson with the lead down into 1 and 2. Raz right there on his back door. Garber and Reynolds behind them. I was going to say Bloom got really out of shape right there on that first lap coming off that restart and lost about a spot or 2. Might give up another one here before it's over with, because on his outside, you see the 12 car, and that's of Reynolds. I don't know if he's trying to take that spot back or what, but that Jack Daniels car of Reynolds out there on the outside. Now Bloom down on the inside with him. And all the while, our top 3 are just inching away here, Wesley.
Yes, sir, to the back straightaway. 73 of 75 now. Here comes Bloom inside. Reynolds. 12 on the brain for Bloom. He wants to run down and hold on to that spot. Contact. Got into Reynolds. Reynolds fishtails. Smacks the outside safer wall barrier. Keeps on going. Everybody bypasses it. More contact. He got tagged by Harris. He got turned. And they're piling in like it's a big wreck. Hunter involved. Burke involved. Gamble involved. Johnson involved. Any other takers? Caution out.
That car's broke. watching that right front. I don't know if you can see it now, but that right front on that car is not happy.
Heartbreak for number 12. And to be honest with you, John, that started at a turn number 4. That started at a turn number 4 with contact by Reynolds.
Wow, Smith got a
Or
really
sorry,
hard
Bloom. Bloom. It was Bloom.
That was an insane wreck, man. Oh, the leader gives up the lead, comes down pit road. Is he all by himself? For the most part, so. Yes. I mean, a lot of the guys in the back, of course, the guys involved in this accident, of course, were definitely on pit road, but wow. Peterson gives up the lead to come down pit road, take on 4 tires and fuel, it looks like. That's an interesting call. I mean, I don't say that I'm disagree with it, but he was been on track for maybe 30 laps this last run, you know. How many sets of tires they get?
If I remember correctly, I think it was 3. 3 sets plus the set that they started the race on. Let me check.
Oh, they get 5, actually. They get 5.
They get 5 extra sets. That's right. 4 sets plus the one they started the race on. So there's your 5.
Yeah, that's not too bad of an idea, actually. That's not too bad of a strategy. I mean, we're coming up on halfway here in about 10 laps, and you know, he's still got 3 sets of tires left. That's not too bad.
All right, we'll try this again here. Wow.
I mean, it is Richmond, you know. Richmond and iRacing, there's a reason I stopped driving this track in iRacing. Well, I mean, the thing is, you got to remember, I mean, one of the most important things to remember about racing a simulation like this is your computer is sending information over a network to a computer that's up in the Northeast, okay? And all the cars on track are doing that. So there's going to be some loss of data, if you will, some differences of opinion on where the car is actually out on track. So, I mean, they call that net code. And, I mean, sometimes it's the smallest of differences, but the smallest of difference can make a huge impact on track.
Sure.
So, and, you know, and guys, they just forget that. They just want to race like they see it on TV all the time, up against each other, rubbing and banging, and it really doesn't work out so well in simulation racing. So I just, you know, sometimes there's just some tracks I just don't want to race because of that. This is one of them. But if you want to put me in a late model stock car and throw me back out there, I'll be glad to go. Let's do it. Here we go.
Ready. Restart with Raz out in front. And we're back at it again.
As we come around lap 79 of 175. Next time might be lap 80, just a few laps away from halfway. Pull Raz out front, Garber on 6th. In 3rd place there is Anderson. 4th is Bloom. 5th is Tidrick. Making a bit of a run here on that 72 car with the Youngling sponsorship. Bloom, you know, you talked about him earlier, Wesley. He's having a good run. Oh, look out. Here we go again.
And White with a save, and so did also
it's not done.
Daggett, and they're not done wrecking yet.
Oh my goodness.
Here we go again. Ritter's involved, Tinner involved, Donnebacher involved, O'Hare, Johnson, I think, involved 2 times in a row. So was also Gamble in 54, 2 times in a row, a multi-car accident here at Richmond. And this is the thing that I said, John, this reminds me of a wreck at Daytona or Talladega.
Yeah, I mean, it starts and it doesn't stop for a long time. He just went in there way too hard, hit the brakes a little too hard, lost it, saved it, lost it, and then finally lost it for good. Ouch. Ouch.
Wow.
A lot of what we call ARCA braking going on there.
Caution out. Closing in on halfway.
And Peterson's on pit road again.
Man.
I wonder if he got a piece of that.
This is heartbreaking, especially for some of these cars, and there's still a lot of racing left to go, honestly.
Oh, wow, he did, and he got a huge chunk of that wreck. Good news is it was minimal damage, so he didn't have to spend a lot of time on pit road getting anything fixed.
Right.
But, I mean, for a guy that was leading a pretty good chunk of this race, now he's mired back here in mid-pack, Wesley, and that's where all the problems seem to be happening, is right there in mid-pack.
Still a long way to go. 83 of 175 laps. And John, we are coming up on halfway, but your take of the first half of this race so far?
I can't say that over the air.
I've got 3 words. Yellow flag central.
Yeah.
In a very nice way.
I was going to say something that rhymes with pit row.
Oh, well, yeah. Don't do that, whatever you do.
I won't, but I'm just saying. I mean, it hasn't been pretty, and as somebody outside looking in, it just looks like maybe some of these guys need to calm down, take a breath, and understand this is a 175 lap race. There is really no need to be quite so aggressive on your entries into these corners, or quite so aggressive trying to make passes on track right now. But in their defense, this is a hard car to drive. It has become possibly the hardest vehicle on the surface to drive, and Richmond's not an easy track to drive. It's real easy to break this car loose in any circumstances, but here at Richmond, coming off of turn 2, as you exit that corner, it's very, very easy to break loose no matter what you're driving. So it's just really a kind of a perfect storm, if you will, of circumstances for cautions. Oh, here we go.
Well, we'll try this
rack
again
him up
here,
and try
my
it again.
friend.
Yeah.
Yes, sir. Let's try this one more time as the field will settle in to the restart zone. Out of turn number 4. Here we go in green in a 1 and 2, and it's Raz again. Anderson, remember Anderson involved in an accident earlier. He's right back up in there, battling, contending. Still a long way to go at Richmond. They work off 4.
Clawed his way back up through all the muck and the yuck and the hits and the misses and everything, if you will, through this race that we've had so far. Finds himself back up inside here, challenging for the for a top spot there. He's 21 spots up from start to top, too, by the way. He started way back there in 24th and up to 3rd now, so he's having a great comeback here, Wesley.
Halfway, next time by, completed for the second half of this race. And it is not done yet. All right, maybe we can settle in for a green flag run here. Maybe, just maybe. Maybe, just maybe, as they say. Could we see this happen?
Awesome. Right? I'm wondering, how many times is he going to say that? There's a somebody got out of shape back there.
Hey, well, the next, how many yellow flags we had so far, Mr. Producer? 7, 8? Next, well, I don't want to say next yellow. Right, it's the caution summary whenever we have another caution. All right, and in turn number 3, it's Raz and Garber and Anderson. There goes Bloom. Tell you what, John, looking good. Ryan Bloom needing to do what he needs to do to hold off Ritters to climb in that 12th spot for the playoffs right now.
Absolutely doing exactly what he needs to do right now. And I mean, Ritters has already been involved in a couple of incidents tonight, so we know that he's hurting right now. He's 2 laps down back there in 28th. So yeah, Bloom doing exactly what he needs to do. He doesn't need to be aggressive right now. He doesn't need to get up there and try and mix it up for the lead. He just needs to stay where he's at and keep his nose clean and keep the tires on that car and the fenders on that car, and he'll be fine.
Closing in on 100 laps here. It's Raz and Anderson, Garber, Bloom, Brightsman, top 5. There's Bloom, Brightsman, 4th and 5th. All of these drivers with some problems sometime or another in this race. And there goes the yellow flag out again.
Ah. I'm sorry.
You cannot blame it on me, you cranky producer. Let's find out what happened.
Oh, goodness.
Don't be a don't be, Charles. Be a do be, okay?
Yes, I do. Oh, he had some help. Oh, my goodness. Watch this.
Actually, it's a famous line from Lethal Weapon. Oh, wow! Yee! Turning Hunter into the fence in turn number 3. You know what that wreck reminds me of, John? First time I ever went to Richmond, Dale Earnhardt Jr. turning Kyle Busch into the wall just like that on the final laps.
You mean Kyle Busch turning Dale Jr.?
Yes, Kyle Busch turning Dale Jr. You're exactly right. Yep.
Yeah, don't get me started on that one. Oh my gosh, you see the right front tire on Hunter's car.
Shower sparks, though. It was a night race, and it was just a shower sparks. I never heard so many people boo Kyle Busch as much as Earnhardt got booed by Terry Labonte when they wrecked each other.
Yeah. So Ron Hunter will be using his fast repair, unfortunately.
Can we now do a caution summary? Since we're after halfway, bottom left of the monitor, and there it is. So far in the first half of the race, 9. I said 8. 9 cautions now. Did I? I'm sorry. Now 9. 35 laps under yellow flag. Lead changes 4. Nathan, you're taking the race. You're still awake.
Yeah.
A lot of cautions?
Yeah, quite a bit.
You like cautions, though, right?
Yeah.
You like them when they wreck. Okay. Oh, he can hear you.
So we had some pit road takers that time. Cole Raz,
pitted,
Anderson, Raz, Anderson, Garber, Ryan Bloom came down pit road. Devin West, Chris White, Stabnow came down pit road. Troy Daggett, Aaron Cooper, Brett Johnson, and Ron Hunter all came down pit road to take on fuel and tires. Looks like Peterson's going to try and come down pit road. No, he's not. Sorry, he's just playing mind games now. So that's going to put Sean Brightsman on the lead here. But Sean's been out there since lap 48. And we've seen what happens to guys with old tires, have we not?
That's true. You're exactly right.
This could get ugly. Oh, wow. I don't think Smith beat the pace car off of pit road. Oh, wow.
Would he be a lap down? Would he be a lap down if that happened?
He would, but I mean, that's usually a penalty. Yep, look. Hello.
He sure is. Wow. And he knows it too.
Yeah, he's having a bad night. He's having a real bad night.
Your pick.
We're not going to go into that. We're not talking about that. I'm going to have to stop picking my boy. I mean, every time I do, he has a bad night. He's going to start hating me, man. Okay. Yeah, that
How
was
dare
that.
you?
I'll tell you what, this
How
move
dare you
of
put me in that
Sean's,
predicament?
I'm not sure this was a really good idea. I just really don't. I mean, the good news is he's got several cars with him that stayed out as well, but their tires are, still almost 30 laps fresher than his. So this is, it's going to be a hairy restart. Here we go.
That's right. We actually could.
I've got to be up very early in the morning for physical therapy.
I will be proudly sleeping in bed at 6 a.m., but I don't have any other announcing obligations until Wednesday night for soccer.
Oh, look out. Here we go again.
Oh, no. Harris bounces off of Yee. Tags into Harris. Yee in the fence. Caution out. Number 10.
What on earth is going on with these guys, man? Fellas.
Oh, and mind you, John, this kind of reminds me of what I thought we were going to see at Michigan with Zip 500. That's not the case.
Oh, my goodness, man. Come on, fellas. Come on. Oh, well,
well, look at this. 4 wide. Peterson's like, uh-oh, this ain't going to be good. Yee into Harris. Harris turns. Barnes misses. Yee hits the wall.
Wow.
Oh. Wow. Can't even get the lap 100 yet. We got a wreck.
Cody. I'm beginning to regret my decision, sir. No. To be here. Oh,
don't you be leaving me yet, man. We're in this together, John.
You better be glad I like you.
Justin, John, you don't like working with me anymore?
It ain't that, brother. I'm old and tired.
Hey, Nathan, do you think you could help me call the second half of the race? Me and you together?
No, I'm not.
Can me and you do it?
Probably.
Maybe so. John, you go ahead and go to bed, brother. I'm going to let you off this time. You go get you some sleep. Okay. I'll pay. I can pay him.
Yeah.
Yeah. Can you pay 15-year-olds? No, you have to be 18 or older.
Oh, my God.
Sorry. You're still a guest analyst. All right, well, never mind. John, I was going to say let you off the hook, but the powers that be won't let me, so sorry.
That's okay.
But I will tell you, everybody, Justin will be back next week. Hopefully. That's the plan.
Is that the plan, Wesley?
I hope so.
Justin, if you're out there listening, you are
laps in. 100 laps in, by the way, 75 to go. Hey, that one race, was it 2 weeks ago at Wilkesboro when I was in North Wilkesboro? And I had to do it by myself. Charles jumped in a little bit on commentary whenever we had yellow flags. Kind of feels a lot like this one again, but...
Oh, quick update. Carl Burke has taken his car behind the wall, as has Stephen O'Hare. Stephen O'Hare, excuse me. Well, from what I was told, when you see it spelled the way it is right there, the P-H-A-N, it's Stefan or Stefan. Yeah. Wesley.
Yes, sir, Mr.
I'm giving you a heads up. The next time you mention a caution flag, I'm driving up to your house and strangling you with your mic cord.
Are you threatening me on a live network broadcast, not only on FM transmitter radio, but also on internet and video?
No.
Why are you laughing for? I thought we were in this together. I'm not the one that's wheeling these caution flags, okay?
He's like, I'm not driving these cars, John. It's not my fault.
Got nothing to do with me, man. My name's Bennett, and I ain't in it. I will send me some Whataburger. Just sit it like in that air frozen ice thing. So you're gonna kick my booty, but then we're gonna be friends and eat after.
Yes.
Oh, we're back in green.
I'll tell you what, Brightsman is the only one out there, I think, who really didn't want to see that caution more than we did. But he got a reprieve, but now he's got to deal with these guys one more time here, Wesley. And I don't know, man. As you can see already, West is right there, ready to pounce and take that spot away, as is Peterson back there in the 9 car. And look at 64 of Yee down on the inside of Peterson now, trying to take that spot away.
Yes, sir. And to the inside comes Yee. Peterson, he pulls up in front of him. All of this going on and they work their way to the back straightaway. New leader, Sean Brightsman now. West, Nathan, your pick, back up to second.
Still picking them.
Still going with the 55, John.
Brightsman's having a handful right now with West on his back door. Now, keep in mind, Brightsman's tires have been on there since lap 48, almost 60 lap old tires, whereas Dan West Jr., right behind him, he last came in at lap 75, so a little bit of a difference in tire wear right there, but apparently Brightsman's not letting it bother him at all as he still maintains about a two-car length lead, over that of Dan West Jr., 55 car, who also rebounding from a little bit of incident earlier tonight there in Wesley, and right now he's got his hands full with Lake Peterson at 9 car.
We're ready for the second half of this race at Richmond, an event that's already seen close to over 10 plus 11 yellow flags. We're ready now for the final 75 laps or so. I'm Wesley Outland, John Muschin Jr. alongside Charles Wooten in the booth. 68 to go on production for Rocket Media. iRacing on LSRTV. Simulcast on the Community Radio Network. And we got a 3-car battle for the lead.
Hang on to it,
Peterson. Peterson, hold on.
What a save. That is some monstrous driving right there. He was practically wrecking and just refused to allow it to happen. And he came off the floor right there. Gathers it back up and only lost 2 spots, believe it or not. Wow.
What a save. And John, I was going to say this, but that is the reason. That is the reason why.
For the season?
No, I'm being serious. That is the reason why Lake Peterson is one of the best drivers of the Northwest Racing Series.
I'm saying, I mean, that was a hell of a
we
save.
Got a caution. Whataburger, my house tonight. Bring it.
Man.
Had nothing to do with it that time. Nathan, you're my friend. You're my son. I had nothing to do with it this
you're
time.
My friend.
Right?
No, we did not. He didn't say nothing.
John's like, you're my friend. Yes. You know, you got to build a friendship with your children, right, John? Like, seriously. Listen, I had somebody that I was talking to yesterday tell me that, like, it's you know, being stern mommy daddy whenever you're growing them up to be who they are. But when they grow up and they come older, as Kamari spins, Mrs. Garber, Mrs. Anderson, Mrs. Onenbacher.
But does not miss that wall.
But it doesn't miss the wall as Kamari just hit it. But I was going to say, John, is that when you become friends, you know, and your kids grow up, boys, girls, whatever, you build like a friendship with them. Then they're like your buddies because, you know,
So, do you think we're going to see Sean hit here?
I have nothing left to say on the Charles ruins me, people. That's all I'm going to tell you. You need to be a father.
Oh,
Charles.
hey, don't forget also, there's
West?
an incident limit here on track. Well, what happened to West?
Nathan, that's your car.
What happened?
I don't know. They did lower the incident rate for this race as well. I'll check it real quickly. Dan West Jr., are you a? Was he stuck?
He must have had
Did
an
the
issue.
car
He
lock
just
up?
pulled
What
over
happened?
and parked it right there after the wall. I'm wondering if he's having the same problem now.
Duval moment, BJ Duval moment.
Yep, look, he's still having issues.
One set of tire on the car, 4 spare sets of tires, plus the set on the car originally. 1 fast repair. John, 12-time incident limit for first penalty. So you get a penalty for 12 points. 16 points is the second penalty, obviously. And if you get 20 points, your incident limit is reached, maxed, and you are disqualified, which is normally, I think it's 24. What did you say? I didn't do anything.
I can't help but wonder if I'm going to have to cut a chicken to get this race over with tonight. Yes.
We're going to sacrifice the chicken, John? Is that what we're going to do? I love chicken.
That's how we roll down here in South Louisiana.
Yeah.
That's how we usually
chicken
do
bog? You like chicken bog, John? John, you like chicken bog?
Chicken who?
Chicken bog. Chicken bog.
I don't even know what chicken bog is either.
You don't know what you're from Texas. You don't know nothing about Cajun spices.
That's not entirely true.
You like Spurs and
we can actually ship stuff out to people now. I don't know if you knew that. I could send you, Wesley. I could send you some boudin, some tasso. I can send you some alligator bites. I can send you some Tabasco peppers.
Yeah.
Oh
man.
wait, no. You gotta try the hot and sweet pickles from Tabasco.
No, I can't eat hot stuff, man. You're gonna kill me, John. That's the plan, and I don't like it.
Oh, grab a glass of milk and grow a set of nuts.
I can't do that. I have diverticulitis, man. I will literally be in the hospital seriously hurting bad, in trouble, health-wise.
Milk, it does a body good.
No, milk does not do anything good.
It does everything good.
Restarts do good.
Okay, restart. Here we go.
Lap 115 when they come back to the Geico restart zone. Ready to settle this final 60 laps here. Back underway.
Oh, what happened on the start?
I don't know what
Caution's out already.
Oh my God, man.
Dan West Jr. has retired from the race.
Nathan, Dan West Jr.'s out.
He's out. Picking the black and red car now.
No, they didn't. This was an iRacing caution. This was not an admin caution.
The problem is you can't pick the black and red car because I told you had to make another pick selection before halfway. We're after halfway, so you lose.
No, it's fine.
Sorry, think of a plan.
All right, Dan West Jr. is back. I don't know.
Are we on a time constraint? How much sim time is left, John? What are you thinking?
Remaining time is 53 minutes left, and at the rate they're going, it's yeah. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I don't know what it was. It was not an admin caution, though. I can tell you that.
So are you saying that iRacing threw the caution?
Yeah.
Wow. Is there a way where they can call for a restart if they don't like the way the field comes to the green or anything?
No.
Or do you think they weren't in the proper order?
Well, I can tell you this. The pace car ducked onto pit road. As soon as the pace car was on pit road, the lights came back on.
Interesting. And the lights are already off on the pace car as well. So we will get ready for the restart. Here we go. It is Yee. It is Reynolds on the outside, 1 and 2. Peterson, Raz, Anderson, top 5. Super Friends, 3 out of the 5 spots up in front. And we're back to green here at Richmond. Please, please, please. Let's go.
Don't say it. Yep. Wesley, what are you going to learn today? Quick tipping the gods. Oh, my goodness. I'll tell you what, Yee is not out
Nathan's
to the lead. I thought he'd
of his
get
hometown.
here. With Peterson right there. Look, they just passed up the 11 car of Harris down there on the inside, trying to come off pit road, see if he can do it without losing it. Because that's also a thing, by the way. I went back and checked the replay. I don't see what would have brought that caution out. That was just really weird.
Is there any way that we can go back and check it to see? Or
it might have been an admin caution. I just didn't see the chat pop up in time.
I wonder if maybe the timing and scoring or the lineup wasn't corrected and they had to reset. All right, so here we go. Peterson, and just think about this. About less than 10 laps ago, John, he was fishtailing that car, cockeyed off turn 4 and saving it.
Yeah.
Now he's back to the lead.
Now he's back to the lead. That's a heck of a driver right there.
That's, like I said, one of the best, in my opinion, in sim competition right here, that number 9. It's amazing.
I agree with you on that one.
So that. Chris Camary and Frank Harris were given end-of-line penalties, EOL penalties, and that is why they extended the yellow flag from one of the admins of the series, John. So that's what we've just been told from the Northwest officials.
Oh, wow. Anderson moves again into the wall this time, and it looks like Anderson not going to take advantage of that.
Did Stabnow just about spin out of the back straightaway? The 24?
Somebody did. I was watching Peterson try to not get run over by Anderson there. Didn't see.
I really think it was. I think it was Jeff Stabnow. All the while we still stay green. Uh-oh, ink and blink and nod coming to visit the leader, Peterson. And Anderson capitalizing now to the bottom of the racetrack. Closing in on 50 laps to go in the next couple of laps. Shootout time here at Richmond.
This is where things are going to get kind of dicey right here as we go down into turn 1. You got a lap car just in front of these guys. Not too far ahead of them there. And as Anderson's trying to complete this pass coming off of 2, looks like he's not going to be able to do it. Or did he? No. Peterson's still hanging on to the outside quarter panel there.
Yet.
And now he's clear. He's going to complete that pass. Move Caden Anderson, the 37 car, back to the lead. Been a while since we saw him up here fighting. He's had a lot of issues tonight, Wesley. Now he sets his sails here, and he's going to try and extend. Oh, caution's out. Jesus.
Door bumper clear. Yellow flag back out again. Under 50 laps to go here at Richmond. Well, let's find out what happened. I think this is the 13th caution of the race now, and I think it's Toby Ritters in the 23. The Budweiser Thunder Road, number 23. Ritters, maybe others. Oh, wow. Oh, no.
Wow.
Cooper wrecking start-finish, and then all of a sudden, nowhere to go. T-Bone Smith. Oh, wow. Nowhere to go for Cooper. Blocks the track. Takes everyone else out, Annenbacher and Ritters. And yeah, what's up, John?
Troy Daggett washed up into Cooper and just wiped him out.
Yeah. Hey, we're at the top of the hour. Coming up on it, we'll pause for 10 seconds of radio identification and a commercial break side by side. We are back. Richmond, let this race finish. Who's going to win it? Will we have any cars left? Stay tuned.
Community Radio Network, WCRN 87.9 FM, Clayton, Garner, Raleigh, North Carolina, USA. We are CRN.
This is our series.
So many different pieces that you have to watch out for.
Where the stakes are always higher.
$300,000.
Where virtual meets reality.
How bad do you want it?
They're wasting no time getting at it.
Where the best thrive and the flawless win. This is the eNASCAR Coca-Cola iRacing Series.
Hey, it's broadcast personality Wesley Outlet up topside at one of the great racetracks of the world, the Caraway Speedway. And I'd like to remind you to join us every Wednesday afternoon at 1 p.m. Eastern to 3 p.m. Eastern with coverage of Finish Line, where we talk to everybody from NASCAR to grassroots, like right here at Caraway Speedway. Carolina's Fox Sports Radio affiliates, iHeartRadio, and on the Community Radio Network at 87.5 FM. And remember, thanks to Live Sim Racing Productions, you can actually see the guest panel. Ask their questions. Get interactive with us with comments and so much more in our chat box. Finish Line every Wednesday. Join us every week.
This tree is going to look great here.
Did you call 811 to protect your underground utilities?
I can't wait to see these roses come up.
Dig, dig, dig! Wait, we forgot to call 811.
Before you dig, make sure you can. Call 811 to know what's below. It's up to all of us to protect the ones we love.
Welcome back. 45 remaining at Richmond. I am Wesley Outland. John Muschin Jr. is alongside. Johnny is still with me, brother. Are you here? Are you there? Everywhere. Are you there? Hello. Wake up!
What? Huh? What?
Oh.
Wait, I got some drool on my microphone. Give me a second.
He did what?
He did what? He got drool on the microphone.
He got drool on the mic. Yeah.
That's what he said.
You know what drool is, son?
Slobber.
Oh, John, hopefully we can get this race to the end, brother. I'm not even going to tell you what that sounds like. I'm not even going to do that again. Anyhow, John is here. Charles is here. My son Nathan's here. We are somehow, some way,
bright-eyed and bushy-tailed,
giving you this entertainment that is the Northwest Racing Series on TV and radio. And we're coming back to the Geico restart zone.
But look who's up there in fourth place, by the way.
There's my pick. Yes, sir. Stab now. I told you, keep an eye on him. We're backing away. Don't jinx it, though.
Okay, well, he disappeared. Where'd he go?
He's in the battle. Oh, he just got passed. Oh, darn. Here we go into turn number 3. Bloom and Brightsman, Peterson. John, you just hinted on something. So we've got drivers that might have used up their tires and they stayed out. It's going to hurt them.
Yeah, maybe a little bit there. According to the pit stop thingamabob here, Stabnow's tires are, they're about 40 laps old. That's what's going on. All these guys.
Mr. Producer, if you can, please show us who has made the most pit stops and not. If you can put that on the scoring ticker on the top left down to the bottom. There it is. Peterson, 4 stops, 5 pit stops for Devin West, 7 for Paulison and other cars that are in the back. Not a factor.
Now, some of these guys may have been pitting to repair their vehicles after having come in contact with some inanimate object or another. "40 laps to go. Do it, boys."
Going to the home stretch here. Oh, Raz, Bonsai's comes off, almost got to Yee's car. Saves it. Oh, I think Yee's in trouble.
Yee's engaging stealth mode.
Ink and blinking nod for him.
He's engaging stealth mode. He's engaging the cloaking device. This is all going on behind Bloom, the 25 car Bloom. Wow! What a wreck.
And what a, wow. Oh, no. And caution is out. And to be honest with you, if this was a real race, that would have been immediately red. Oh, my.
Oh, absolutely.
Oh, wait till you see this one, folks.
Wow.
Watch them here, Gamble and others.
Ledbetter and Stabnow. Stabnow was in that.
I didn't even want to say it, but I know. Man.
Not Jeff's fault. Ledbetter just got crooked in front of him, and he didn't have anywhere to go.
Well, let's watch them as they work their way off the corner. Look at that. How bad did Stabnow get damaged? I think he did on the right front.
And then he comes down and wipes out Harris because his car won't steer because everything's broken.
Yeah. It goes in, wipes out, hits the 36 of Ledbetter. Now, okay, buddy, I hear you revving the engine. You're proving a point. You're damaged. Get off the wall.
He hasn't experienced that new damage model yet. So he doesn't understand. He's not going to be able to drive this car very well.
Well, I'll tell you what, man.
Sam Dyer has retired from the race. Oh, I'm sorry, he wasn't even racing. Well,
that's what I was about to say. You literally read my mind, John.
Oh, well. Wow, Jeff Stabnow's right front looks like it might have taken substantial damage there.
Where do we go from here? That's the question, right?
Well, I'm going to bed eventually. How much sleep I get remains to be determined. I will be a cranky old man tomorrow. I promise you that.
Okay, so it is 1 a.m. Eastern time. My location in North Carolina. Is it Louisiana for you?
Yeah, it's 12 o'clock here. It's midnight.
So it's only midnight.
It's midnight, Cinderella. Only midnight.
It's only midnight. It's only 11 o'clock Mountain Time, and it's only 8 o'clock. No, wait a minute. Yeah, it's only 9 o'clock Pacific time.
It's 10 o'clock Pacific time.
Right.
Yeah.
No. West Coast is 3 hours.
From you, it's 2 hours from me.
I just said
No.
it. I said it's a 3-hour differential, you smarty pants. If it's 1 a.m., it's 10 o'clock there, producer. Come on.
Girls, I would like to remind y'all that they can't hear the producer.
And remember, in Hawaii, it's like 5 hours, right? 5 or 6 hours? There might be people in Hawaii that like to, you know, shake their Bahama Mamas and watch iRacing, okay? Like, seriously. Hello,
you picked a fine time to leave me, Lucille. Well, no, that was a request from Outdoor Cast Iron Cook. He wants me to go to bed and bring in Big Daddy Carl Burke to sing Loose Wheel, but I'm like, hey, man, I can do that too.
That's right, man. Yeah, Cast Iron Cooking, man. Burke is no longer available, so, you know.
Robert Gamble has retired.
We'll have an Elvis impersonation contest for post-race if you'd like to join us. And John, by the way, you can go early.
Blue Christmas with all these yellows.
People said they're enjoying the commentary from the booth, even though this has been a train wreck. Yeah. We did. What was it, 26?
If you would have told me that before we started this, I'd have gone to bed.
And what race me and Charles did first year we ever worked together in 2020, there was a, I think it was 32, 28.
Oh, 3 wide is not going to work, Devin. Don't do that.
He made it work. I'm sorry. Go ahead. Oh, trouble.
Bloom is wrecking. Bloom is wrecking.
Bloom has gone around. Here comes Johnson involved.
That is not what Ryan Bloom wanted to see at all.
Another yellow flag. Okay, Charles, your thought.
Oh, my goodness.
That's right, we did. And I'll never forget the series I was working for. It was an SMB Cup series. They had so many caution flags at Martinsville. This is no lie, John. They had like 100 laps left to go. Everybody forfeited. The car stopped on the racetrack.
Wow. Wow, he had some help there, and the 7 car tried to squeeze down the inside of Bloom to take it 3 wide. Man.
Now did a great job going up high and missing it, though. I got to give him props. Attaboy 24.
Yeah, I will say this. 37 minutes left in this race, and we have 30 laps left in this race. My goodness.
And, John, if I remember correctly, if this happens, this will be the 3rd time this year that the race has been called before the official finish due to time constraints.
Well, maybe. Never mind. I almost said something very mean. I'm not going to do that because I'm not a mean person. Yes, Mr. Cast Iron Cook, Burke has left the building. His car got booped rather hard.
Did you say it booped?
It got booped on the snout.
Nathan, is that a real word? Booped?
Yes.
I mean, I remember Betty Boop when I was a kid, but I mean, you know.
Boot, Wesley, is when you walk up and you just
like in your
boot
lobby,
somebody on the nose.
say boot this kid.
Not boot, boot.
Boot, yes.
B-O-O-P-E-D, boot.
Right, yeah. It's fun and educational. iRacing on LSRTV, become a part of it.
But I was letting Mr. Cast Iron cook. By the way, Cast Iron cook.
Not like a commercial.
Cast iron is what we Cajuns like to use to cook our food down here in South Louisiana. Yeah. That's it. That's
and then
it, man.
The cleaning is very difficult, though, right?
No. Gosh, no. Yeah. You don't. You just get the food pieces out. That's all you got to do.
Exactly. We clean with the cast iron pots and pans, okay? Yes, we do. Mana.
Like if they were to take a DNA pouring sample of cast iron pots down here, you'd probably know what that person's family ate every meal of every night for the last 25 years.
That's true, without a doubt.
All right, we got some more retirees. Chris White has now retired from the race tonight.
Series champion of last year.
I'm about to
We're not gonna repeat what Charles, our producer,
no,
said.
I'm having technical difficulties. Gosh darn the luck.
Lights fading, power going out.
Hey, man, no joke, though. We've only got 15 cars on the lead lap right now. Still in the race, we've got 24, it looks like. No, I'm sorry. I take that back. 21. F. Smith comes back. Wow. It's been a rough night for sheet metal here at the Northwest Racing Series Next Gen Cup Series. It's been a rough night for sheet metal.
This has definitely been a wreck fest. Don't forget we had a couple of days off, as John says, to reset. Come back Thursday for the trucks. 11:25.
I am
Eastern.
tendering my resignation.
10:25 Central. 8:25 Eastern Pacific. And we're back to green here. Somehow, some way. Anderson to the lead. Yee, Peterson 1 and 2. They're 2 by 2 behind him. They're bumping again. Raz is there.
Go.
So many others in the mix.
That thing down into turn 3 right here on the inside of Peterson, trying to make this pass.
Be friends. Be friends. Yee. Peterson. Raz, super friends.
Don't hit him right there.
Bumping each other. Are you serious? Below the apron of the racetrack. Raz just gave a shot in the pants to Yee's car. They bang off each other. Raz got almost in the West. West got sideways. They save it. They go to 3. Are you serious?
No, I'm John. But anyway, back to the race. Devin West with a great save right there. You're right. They were wiggling and bumping and banging into each other right there. But will he return the favor if he can get back to the bumper of Cole Raz? And speaking of returning the favors, I mean, Yee's going to have something to say about, oh, we got a car in the backstretch. Here we go again.
Now in trouble. And they saved it.
What a save.
Staff now was cocked sideways more than on the side of, never mind. Yellow flag.
No yellow flag. And hey, props to the guys behind him for not running him over.
Yes, sir. Man, he looked like he was just going to get turned every which way but loose.
Every which way but loose.
He certainly was, and he saved the car, and he holds on to the 12th position.
Fight for the lead.
Crucial laps, points, positions, finishing needed, John, because these are the final races before we decide who 12 will fight for a championship in the postseason in less than a month.
And we've got a fight for the lead between Peterson down there on the inside of the 9 car, Anderson on the outside of the 37 car. And these guys have been doing this for about a lap and a half now, not giving an inch either way. And I think that Peterson's going to be, oh, nope, he got loose right there, hit the apron.
And I'm not going to say that Anderson has not had his share of bad luck tonight. Peterson with a little bumper boop as well, as you say. But with that being said, what a performance in the cup level for Caden Anderson, who shines in the trucks, John, as we see every Thursday night for the last few races. He's had bad luck in cup. Now he goes to the lead. Oh, and mind you, in the number 37, Caden Anderson looking for a run to the postseason. If he pulls this off, it will also be win number 4 for 37, tying himself with his friend Cole Raz at 4 as well.
4 wins is nothing to shake a stick at here in the Cup Series. As they come around this time, they'll be crossing the line next time by for 20 to go. And I tell you what, Peterson's not giving up yet. He's all over the back bumper of Anderson in the 37. If he can make this pass and make it clean, though, and look who's reeling him in back here. The 10 car, Cole Raz, has gotten by Justin Yee.
And John, I have to apologize to you and all of our listeners and viewers. Cole Raz has 5 wins this year. For some reason, iRacing has not updated it yet, as he has only got 4 being scored, but he actually has 5 wins, counting that controversial Daytona race to open up the season. However, they did give the win to him, but it's still being credited to Aaron Cooper, believe it or not. But Cooper did not win the race. He got second, John, and right now 5 wins for the driver of Raz. But Anderson is looking for 4, and Super Friends going at it like it's a triple threat cage match in a squared circle out of turn 4, under 20 to go at Richmond.
Oh my goodness, I got the producer in my ear saying things you should not be saying, and these guys are really duking it out down here. I tell you what, Peterson down there on the inside, the fact that he's been able to keep that car going in a straight line down there for this long on the inside is impressive, especially because Wesley, he keeps clipping that yellow line, as we've seen so far in this race. That is not a good thing to do.
Nathan, under 20 to go. What you think of these 3 cars fighting for the win?
I'm ready to go to bed.
Amen, brother. Amen. He said he's done with this.
Go to bed, go to bed. He can go to bed, go to bed. Good night.
Oh, look out.
Oh, look at this.
Oh, we're going to be 3 wide. There we go, 3 wide for the lead.
3 wide as they go into turn 1. You can't do that. Somebody lift. Oh, my.
Nobody's going to lift. Nobody.
Oh, look at this.
They're making it work. 3 wide for the lead through 1 and 2. Finally, Anderson says, I'll take my lead back. Thank you. Meanwhile, Cole Raz down the inside.
How did they not? Oh, we got a caution. Oh, crash, but somebody else did. Oh, man.
Guess who it was?
Who is it? Is it Dan West Jr.? I bet you it's Dan West Jr., Nathan's pick, Kevin Smith, John's pick, and proverbial nail in the coffin, as they say. Put Stab now in, I guess. Is that LSRTV CRN team right there with one another? It is? Oh, no.
Oh wow.
Dan West. Oh, yeah, well, kind of, sort of, John, your car got collected. It was bonsai'd off the wall.
But that was a Nathan, prime example of what I was talking about, is the apron.
You can officially go to bed now because Dan West Jr. is done for. He said.
Oh, yeah, he tore parts off that car, man.
Oh. Well.
And he had
John,
retired from the race.
How much time's left on the clock, brother? We got 14 to go.
27 minutes.
28 minutes?
Yeah, we're good. We're good.
Oh, yeah, we can make it. Oh, they'll make it. Okay. So they're not going to get chewed out about finishing the race running out the clock again.
But they will.
John, I'll do you a solid, brother. As soon as this race is over, you say your goodbyes and get into BED, and I'll handle post-race.
You sure about that?
Yes, sir. Without a doubt.
Okay. You gonna let Nathan do one?
I'll do post-race in less than 5 minutes, actually, if you can get everybody here quickly.
Good job. Good job. Good job. Good night. There you go. That's it.
John said, John, that's why I love you. He said, good job, good job, good job, good night. Oh, my goodness. Hey, John, though, 3 wide. Holy cow, man.
And they made it work, dude. The caution wasn't even because of them.
This is why they're the best and the best of the Northwest right there. And I was saying earlier tonight, I don't know who I could say could be that 3rd car. But, John, man, I hate to say this, and I know it's going to make them all be super friends in the top 3, the big 3 for me. I got to say it's Caden Anderson. These guys, I mean, dude, they came on the scene last year. They lit it up in Cup and Truck, but they did not have enough races to make a run for the playoffs or for a championship, except for Lake Peterson. Since then, Peterson, Anderson, and Raz has made it a point in Cup and Truck to make a statement every time they get on the track here.
And I keep forgetting their teammates, and that makes the racing even more amazing to me. The fact that these guys can race that hard against each other.
Yes.
And you know they're probably all sitting in Discord talking smack to each other too.
Oh yeah.
Oh, okay.
So Anderson and Raz are teammates. Yes, but there's like a super friends. There's a kind of a partiality between Justin Yee and Lake Peterson. They told me they're all partners.
I'm going to
affiliates.
Decline to comment on the conversation going on between my producer and my play-by-play analyst. But yeah, folks, it's getting spicy up here in the booth.
It's spicy. Spicy caliente. Without a pepper needed. Listen. Nathan, you could go to sleep, buddy, okay?
Oh, I wish I could have seen that.
Good night to you.
I'm going to finish this.
All right, the green flag's about to make an appearance here.
Going to hang there till the end, John. He's going to stay till the bitter end.
You might as well. There's only 10 laps left to go, and we're about.
Ride or die.
I think like 95% of the field is riding that penalty about getting.
Hey, John, my computer is so tired of this race, I think an update just popped up on it.
Pace car is off.
10 to go, by the way, when they come to the restart zone. Geico restart zone at Richmond. It has been entertaining somehow, some way to the finish line. Anderson, Peterson, not friends. Restart off 2.
Restart was really great, but that 37 car popped out to about a 3-car length lead over Peterson and Raz back there. Raz giving Peterson all kinds of grief, trying to take that second spot away. Meantime, behind them, he's got his hands full with West and Garber in the 94 car. Yes, that is a 94 car. I only know that because scoring tells me so, because for whatever reason, he decided to put black numbers on a black background. Jesus.
Yes. Cars bontying inside, outside, trying to find wherever they could go. It's down to the home stretch here at Richmond. Off turn 4, Yee to the bottom, West on the outside. Look at Garber, pull it away by a car length or more. They go back into turn 1.
Meantime,
Anderson.
up front. Yeah, sorry.
I was going to say Anderson looking for win number 4.
Oh,
Trouble.
here we go.
Sean Reitzman, sideways, spins, bottom of the apron. No harm, no foul. Goes back up in front of Adenbacher. He stays green. No caution. 8 to go. Leaders are back to turn 1.
Now, I would disagree with you on no harm there, because he smacked that wall pretty good there, but kept it straight and above the minimum speed, so there was no caution. In the meantime, up front, yes, Anderson still has the lead by about 2 car lengths over Peterson now in second place. Cole Raz back there in third. Garber brings up fourth. Your top 5 being rounded out by Justin Yee, still hanging on back there in that 64 car. Meantime, looks like Peterson's about to have his hands full of Cole Raz here, Wesley.
Caden Anderson, the man out in front. Peterson in second. Here comes Cole Raz back to the bottom. Catfishing on the inside, trying to make a run for the car that's up on the top shelf.
Oh, hang on to it, Devin.
Here goes Devin West. He got sideways. Meanwhile, here comes now Garber. He wants to take Yee with him. Can't reel him in. Peterson bounce off the wall. 5 to go. They're into turn 1. He turned him.
Contact.
Peterson, get together. Garber got collected. No harm, no foul. We still stay green, even after the contact.
Are you kidding me? Wow. Wow, there are going to be some words said right here. I don't think with 5 laps to go.
I don't think this is far from over yet.
Yeah, but I don't think with 5 laps to go, he's got what it takes. He's in the wall again right there. He's got something wrong with that car.
This might have just gave the win to Caden Anderson. Raz is in second. And we have seen John also adjusted several times this year in Cup and Truck competition. When it's down to Caden Anderson and Cole Raz, they lay it all on the line. They do not care if they're super friends. Actually, super friends. They will battle it like they're immortal enemies to the checkered flag. 3 to go at Richmond.
I think Peterson's broken something on that car. He's having a very hard time getting that car to turn now. You see that right there. See how tight that car is. A lot of damage for that car after that impact. Now he's up in the wall again, the outside. And like I was saying, I don't think he's going to be very happy with the 10 car after that contact there. Just trying to hang on now, trying to salvage anything he can. He's all the way back to 7th now, Wesley, and about to give up that spot to the 2 cars behind him. Bloom making a great comeback here.
And 2 to go. As the leaders hit the back straightaway now with Anderson up in front. The lead is now cut to over almost 3/4 of a second on the 3/4 mile here at Richmond. They come to the white flag. The CRN 1 to go. Finally, somehow, some way, we reach the finish line. Caden Anderson looking for win number 4. Next time by in turn 4.
No, win number 5 coming for him. If he can get down the backstretch and through 3 and 4 clean, no matter what happens behind him, we're going to finish this race finally right here. Caden Anderson with the win.
Caden Anderson from Yakima, Washington will be Yakima Mall here in Richmond. He picks up a 4th win. Welcome back. The slump is over after almost a month and a half of bad luck on the Cup Series. He now gets his 4th win, 3rd as the most wins of the year, including his super friend, Cole Raz, who finishes 2nd with 5 wins, 8 wins so far for Lake Peterson. And Caden Anderson will celebrate in the 37 car. And mind you, John, if you remember, he got involved in accidents earlier in the race.
Yes, he did.
Here is your unofficial results for Caden Anderson. I'm sure the Northwest High Five salute will be forthcoming as well. Caden Anderson, the winner. Cole Rass fell back 1 second to 2nd and 10. Justin Yee third. Brian Reynolds fourth. And Devin West the top 5. Casey Harbor, Lake Peterson, Brett Johnson, Brian Bloom, and Brian Barnes. 10 cars right there, all on the lead lap, your top 10.
Coming in 11th, Jeff Stabnow. What a rough night for Jeff, but still manages to get him a little decent finish right there. Eric
Good
Cooper
finish.
in 12th. Sean Breisman, 13th. 14th, Chris Kamir. 15th, John Ottenbacher. 16th, Frank Harrison, 11th car. Toby Ritters survives the mayhem, comes home 17th. 18th goes to Troy Daggett. My boy, Kevin Smith in the double nut comes home 19th. We're rounding out your top 20, Stephen and Paulson in the 58 car.
21st to the rest of the rundown, Dan West Jr., Jaden Ledbetter, 22nd. Robert Gamble, 23rd. Ron Hunter, 24th. James Vining, the top 5. All these cars, multiple laps down, are out, including defending series champion Chris White, 26th. Tedrick O'Hare, Carl Burke, Big Daddy, and Chad Malik, 30 cars. And that is the rundown here for this race. Caution summary one final time. How many yellow flags tonight here at Richmond when it's all over with? 15. No, that's not the record of all-time cautions, but it was a pretty caution-filled night. 15 yellow flags, 72 laps, and 7 lead changes. Nathan, your final take of the race, buddy.
Goodbye.
Goodbye. It was good. John, and I know you're going to say goodbye as well. Always a pleasure working with you, my friend. I'll see you Thursday when we're back here with the trucks. And cross your eyes, your fingers, your toes, your legs. Hopefully we'll have a better race on Thursday.
I feel a fever coming on.
Oh, no.
I'm kidding.
Okay.
Hey, I had a great time tonight, really. It's a shame that we had so many cautions, but it is what it is. And thank you, Outdoor Cast Iron Cook, for joining the broadcast tonight over there on YouTube and chatting it up with us. Make sure you come back each and every week. We do this, and you'll be able to hear some prime stuff between me and Wesley. I'm promising you, man, it'll be a good time. Folks, I've had a great night. Wesley, thank you once again for letting me be here. Again, we hope Justin can make it back and get well, though, buddy. Take care of yourself. That's the most important thing. There's your cautions right there. 15, Wesley. 15 freaking cautions. 72 laps of 172 laps, mind you. Wow. Just wow. On that note, I'm going to take some drugs.
Coming up, the finish line post-race wrap-up. What 2 words or sentences would go hand in hand together? We're going to grab a top 3 next. Congratulations again. Caden Anderson winning. We'll talk to the podium next here. iRacing on LSRTV and the Community Radio Network from Richmond. Welcome back. It's time for the finish line post-race wrap-up at Richmond. John Mushing Jr. has left the building. So has my son Nathan. Always good being able to hang out with him before school starts back up and checking out what he enjoys. That is the Northwest Racing Series. And I am Wesley Outland. We're going to grab a word now with our top three. Caden Anderson, win number 4 of the year. And we'll talk with him in a second. First off, third on the podium, Justin Yee, Cole Raz, Caden Anderson, super friends, super colleagues, partners in crime, whatever you want to call it. And Justin, a good comeback for you after being absent for a while or just having kind of a stroke of bad luck. You finish on the podium, the top 3 tonight at Richmond.
Yeah, it's always good to be towards the front in these races because I am absolutely useless in the next-gen car. So this is all a learning experience for me. Just kind of driving behind Cole, Caden, Lake, all 3 of them. I kind of tell where I suck. But I was able to kind of put it together today, even though I was driving pretty bad most of it, just kind of staying out of trouble for the most part, except for a couple incidents here or there where it was just craziness. But other than that, it felt pretty good. Good to be out there. Like to promote my YouTube channel, DJ EJ. I do ARCA and CFix guides every week, and I sure as hell do not do next-gen guides. So if you want to be good at that stuff, then check that out.
If you want to be good at the other stuff, definitely look him up for sure. There's the thoughts of, again, Justin Yee. He'll finish on the podium, the number 3 spot. Runner-up of the race, Cole Raz. He has got 5 wins this year. And Anderson just got one behind him at 4. And your take of this race, man, it was pretty caution-filled, or is this typical Richmond?
I feel like it was pretty split. I think it was a lot better outing than our first trip to Richmond this year. I don't know. I feel like I was feeling pretty confident on where we were running all night long. I feel like we had a pretty solid strategy. I think just once the sun went down, it took me a little bit longer to adapt to that because just the car tightened up a little bit too much to my liking, and I'm more of a driver that likes the freer race cars, so I think that definitely hurt me. But I mean, we had a heck of a battle there to the finish, and I mean, all seven of us were running up front, and I think that's all you can ask for as a team, and it was really special to have and duke it out. I do want to apologize to Lake for sending him off into 1 pretty good, but big thank you to LSRTV, Northwest Racing Series, Caden Anderson Designs, Caden Anderson Racing, McGonigal Race Engines, Ernest Performance Shocks, Magnus Rear Ends, the Master Ranch, Wells Johnson, Whiskey Ridge, everybody that helps us out on the real side of things. Really appreciate all their support throughout the years, and we'll move on to the next one.
Pretty a wild one for sure, Cole. I'll throw an extra question your way, man. What was the vibe of everybody with all the yellow flags, and how do you just kind of keep racing and being as competitive as you guys are, and, man, being a part of that exciting 3-wide racing that you and Anderson and Peterson put on down the stretch, and somehow you come back with a top 3 finish?
I think throughout the field, tempers were definitely flaring. I think that's pretty common with short track racing, and you know, as we're getting closer to the playoffs, the intensity is definitely ramping up. So everybody's trying to squeak their way in, point their way in, whatever the case may be. But, you know, for our side of things, you know, we were all having a great time and laughing, and we all want to outdo the next one of us. So I think tonight was a great finish to a rocky start of the race. But I think for our group and team, this was a good night as an overall performance.
All right, man. Well, ladies and gentlemen, there's the thoughts of Cole Raz. He's won some big races in real life, and he gets himself another solid finish here. No doubt about it. In the run of the playoffs, he's going to be the guy to watch for sure. Victory lane we go. 4th win now this year. Caden Anderson, congratulations. I've said this many times in the broadcast for the last couple of weeks. It seems like in the trucks on Thursday night, you figure it out and you do well. But there's been a slump on Monday night for the Cup side of things. Do you feel like this has finally got you off the schneid and got yourself a good finish? And I know it's got to be good to get back into victory lane. And your take of Richmond?
Yeah, I feel like, you know, having 4 wins this year is great, but compared to last year, I feel like we're struggling a little bit more than we were last year. So it's good to finally get a win and actually have a good finish. Like the last few weeks, we've struggled, and I've also missed a couple races, so that doesn't help. But no, I mean, it feels great. We finally got a win at Richmond. This is one of my favorite tracks, and I feel like I have a million second place finishes, but we were finally able to get one win here.
Do you feel like you can carry this momentum into the truck race, where it seems like you really do well for the trucks on Thursday, coming up when we return for Richmond in less than 48 hours?
Yeah, I hope so. I mean, everybody here at Kate Anderson Racing, Skeet Fleet Enterprises, and Garbage Garage put in a lot of work for setups, so hopefully we'll be able to put something together and be able to run up front Thursday night.
Well, Bud, I'll tell you what, final question, I'll let you go. And you could also mention all your sponsors and everybody that's helped you along the way. With this win, you have bumped up from 5th to now 3rd, and it's Lake Peterson, Colraz, Caden Anderson for the championship. Obviously, it's going to reset in the round of 12 first-round playoffs, but your take of this, making a run, making a stance, making a statement as we move into the latter stages of the regular season and a run for a championship in the playoffs.
Yeah, I feel like, going into a championship and playoffs with momentum is pretty huge. So if we can keep doing what we're doing as a team and, keep getting good finishes, top 10, top 5 finishes, we'll probably have a pretty good chance at running for the championship.
Congratulations, Caden Anderson. He gets it done. Did you thank your sponsors already? I think you did. I just wanted to make sure, again, if you hadn't.
Yeah, I want to thank Harvest Chevrolet, Studio 10 Wraps, PTI Transportation, and that's it.
Caden Anderson gets his 4th win, bumps up 2 spots to 3rd in the round of 12 championship point standings that has mere races remaining that include the events that are coming up next week. And by the way, real quickly, look at the point standings. Lake Peterson, the leader, 11 points back is Colraz, 52 back is Caden Anderson, Brian Barnes, 58 back, Dan West Jr., Sean Brightsman, Kevin Smith, Brian Reynolds, Jeff Stabnow, Aaron Cooper, Christopher White, and the battle now between Ryan Bloom in the number 12 spot is now a battle between Kenneth Garber and Toby Ritters for the final 12th of the playoffs. We're back on Thursday. Trucks at Richmond, simulcast with iRacing on LSRTV and on the Community Radio Network. And speaking of CRN, we've got football Thursday and Friday and iRacing as well on Thursday again here at Richmond. For everybody at Rocket Media and iRacing on LSRTV coverage, including Jeff Stabnow and Charles Wooten. For John Mushton Jr., for my son Nathan joining me, it's always a treat. I'm Wesley Outland. Congratulations again to Caden Anderson, his 4th win this year after surviving a wild caution-filled event night at Richmond Raceway. You've been tuned to coverage of the Northwest Racing Series, iRacing on LSRTV, and as always, simulcast on the Community Radio Network. God bless you all. Take care of one another. We will see you back here on Thursday with the battle, the final races to determine the playoffs. It's going to get wild from here. Watkins Glen next week.